Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hi, my name is Fukuro Marco, and we're here for more Danganronpa. So you're happy? Havoc. Yeah. The story is insane right now. We're having like revelations left and right. Like, can you imagine? We actually now know what ultimate Kyoko is. So yes, this is gonna be interesting. No, this is not Kyoko. Kyoko is not the ultimate despair. Give me 1 second. I need to adjust my mic. Kyoko is not the ultimate despair. The ultimate despair is the mastermind. Kyoko is the ultimate detective. So, yep. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago? Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world? The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in this school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Makoto using every bit of his brain right now. Brain power. Can we though? Okay. The same dialogue. Let's see if it will really work now. Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... oh, it's really working. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. I wonder if this is gonna bring us somewhere else. We thought this would bring us out of here. What if it actually brings us into like a bad place? Just a pit full of snakes kind of thing. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. Or so we thought. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Oh? Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. What are these? After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. This is pretty yabai. Yabai yun eh. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. It doesn't look cramped in the picture though. This looked incredibly wide. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey,
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you've said that, I'm getting kinda nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. I have a feeling you're gonna slip more cause you're talking. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. Oh no. The real problem now would be if Kyoko slips. Imagine that. Although I doubt it. She's too much of a god to slip. The ultimate detective is cracked. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
so...
Ever since I can remember. Wow. See, this is what I mean. He's cracked, man. Imagine doing detective work ever since you can remember. Just a random 3-year-old on the scene, checking evidence and looking at dead bodies. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Okay, that makes sense. They're not out there for the clout. They're not clout chasing. We real detectives out here doing our hard work without the need for recognition. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. And to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Yup. They're the real deal. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned and I can't say it's entirely rational. At least she actually realizes it. It kinda does sound very old-fashioned. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, was to find your father, right? It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. What? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. I just realized I'm moving my mic around right now. So I think the volume kinda shifted. I'm gonna move it again. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? Sever? I think it's sever. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However,
But he had no interest in detective work. Which is why he became a headmaster, I'd guess. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. Ooh, are you sure you want to be meddling in family affairs, though? I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. What? Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative. That is very true. Like, she wouldn't even be telling us anything. But we already technically sacrificed our life for her. So it would make sense why she would be so open to us now. Maybe she feels like she owes it to us or something like that. And more emotional. I don't blame him, you know? He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Oh no. Really?
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. Oh, that's how they see me, even to this day.
I...
His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood. Nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. Yeah, this is the woman who told us not to be so open, right? Not to be so obvious. And now she's pretty much letting it all out. We've really come so far, no? This is really interesting development. Now just please keep her alive, please. Please? She still has to meet her father, right? So please keep her alive. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence until I slipped and fell to my demise. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Imagine this hatch is locked. Looks like this is it.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. Aww. That would have been a... I wonder what would have happened. What would have happened if it was actually closed? If it was locked? They'd actually have to go back all the way down and find another way. That would be funny. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. You can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Yeah, we made it, boys. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen,
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
so then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
in other words,
Huh? Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying, rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Yep. He didn't make any rules about this, so according to the rules, we're fine. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so,
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. Tell me more. There was?
right,
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... No, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Why would he be in the gym? This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this led. This is the trash room, the dump in other words.
Shall we go?
Let's head to the gym. Monokuma should be there. Okay. Let's see what happens to us now. Oh, there's no one to talk to. Fine, if there's no one to talk to, let's just fast travel then. I thought we could go like, oh, Makoto, you're alive! Wow!
Well now.
But no, the first person we go to is Monokuma. Wow. Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really going to be okay?
Pum.
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again.
Angry!
And this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to. Here we go again. We're bait. I think we're actually bait all over again. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh?
I am also very confused. Lose?
Hey!
You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be the chosen one as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto, the blackened, and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however, ...
But then, there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. Wow. So what was the whole point of the argument, Kyoko? Tell us, please. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
Pung pung!
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here, we are, confronting you, with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Good play, Kyoko, good play. This is all about the ratings, it's a TV show after all.
indeed.
Just kidding, by the way. Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. We got him. We got him, boys.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us all wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Ha 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 ha. And that, my title, was actually accurate. We have the high ground now, boys. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Oh no. The evidence we had. What more could we find? It doesn't seem like we had any more places to look at.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? But it doesn't seem like we have a chance of winning. A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer. Of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. But the ratings, Makoto, the ratings. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Very?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that will be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. How? Can someone tell me? Does the Japanese version also include puns in Japanese? That would be really interesting. Will your hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. You agreed? Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mystery of this school,
You guys!
then you win. Are you guys still holding up with the bear puns? We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We're gonna get through this together. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. I don't think I am. Why would I be excited for something that can kill me? I don't want to die, Kyoko. I don't want to die.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's a part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? ... Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? ...
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable. And this is where you go. He's just like me, for real, for real.
Hey!
Leave me alone, get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? ... I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Wait, why did I say it so dead? He literally let me go. But he is going to prepare our punishment, so... Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Are we gonna go meet the others now? ... I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. I think from the start of the game, we've been in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. the real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
Whew.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? Well, okay, first of all, that would build up anticipation, which would be good for the ratings of our show. People would start to watch it more and the ratings would just skyrocket. We would be the #1 show in the world. Everyone will be watching on the edge of their seats. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard. Like I said. Tell me more.
However... Whew. So... Because...
So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world. Right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
It would seem...
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So, the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
Prove a point, most likely. Imagine pitting high school students against each other in a murder game to prove a point. Wow. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair? But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? I wouldn't be surprised. People can be very messed up, and they can do things they don't even know they're capable of at times.
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Oh, not this one. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So, instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion
Indeed.
to prove to the world that despair is better than hope. They have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right, this time at least. I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. Yeah. This is crazy. Even for a detective, I would think. Like... Dude, I don't know, but like... That's still also like pretty risky, right? She based all of that on a bet, basically. Imagine if she got one part of it wrong. That just means I'm dead, right? Like, the mastermind's just gonna be, you really think that's how it works? No. Makoto, off with your head. I mean, that would be funny though, right? To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. Oh no, if you're nervous, what about us? I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? And she shows her ultimate detective side. And she's so proud as well. It looks like she's so proud as well. That's our best girl right there. Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Stay hydrated? Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic. I need to get my act straight.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this game.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Yeah, I don't know how feasible that would be. Especially with like a bit of distrust between the people, between the students right now. I don't know like how much Byakuya still doesn't trust Gyoko. Because if you remember, he was like, I swear in the name of the Togami family, I will expose your secrets. So he's definitely like not happy with Kyoko keeping secrets. And now we're just gonna go up and say, oh hey, we challenged the mastermind, haha. We need to find out everything about the school or we're dead, haha. That's gonna be one hell of a conversation. Huh?
anyway,
Right now, we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go?
Anyway,
Yup. Seems like we have to go now. Give me 1 second. I just need to do something very fast. Like literally 5 seconds maybe. No, that took longer than 5 seconds. No. And I tried to do it as quickly as possible too. Let's just check the map. Because I don't want to miss talking to anyone. Huh. That's weird. There's no one. And there isn't even like an exclamation mark in the dorms area. I wonder where they are. Hello? Anyone here? What? Am I like supposed to just run around? Cafeteria? Sure. Oh, it's nighttime. Nope. Oh. And suddenly we were greeted with... What is this? Let me give it my best shot. Gefühl. Ansehen, Krakau. Hashtag. You again? That Explorer 103.2.1.255. Is he broken?
Whew.
I suppose his emotional instability has reached its limit. AG3 Forsum Ten Actu 61. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
And they're all together. What a coincidence.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it, that's Makoto!
Why isn't Hiro going, "Oh, there's a ghost, oh no, there's a ghost. That's not Makoto, that's a ghost."
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Why do you sound disappointed? Hey,
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost,
there we go, there we go. That was the expected. Everyone was there, all of my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man. That seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. What? Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up. Is that really what matters? There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
it's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Don't tell me. Did he turn into a ghost?
But
Does he look transparent to you? Huh. That's just a silly superstition. If ghosts were see-through, they couldn't lead normal lives. Okay, that's enough. Talking to you makes me want to just lay down and go to sleep.
Yo!
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world. Sorry to disappoint you.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Stop with this spirit world talk. Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? You stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling you!
Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. What? This smell is so smelly. What? No thank you, Toko. No, thank you, Toko. No. No, thank you. He wins? What? He seems happy for some reason. Next. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And no dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? This is what I was saying. We're doomed, no? How is this gonna work then? We're dead. We can't do anything. Can we even prove like that it was Monokuma that did it? The mastermind did it? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Why does he talk like that? He still somewhat sounds condescending, no?
Yes.
Okay,
It's true.
let's go. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? With this logic, that means they're okay with Makoto killing Mukuro. Cause it's like they're all welcoming him back. Even if he killed Mukuro. What? They're really okay with it? The killing? What? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course, it's not me or any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Black Hand, is a clear violation of the school rules. The rules state that only the Black Hand is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you. Was my Byakuya voice too weak? I think so.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to?
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah, we kinda have to expose the whole school's secret. Sorry. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Everyone?
I hate you.
Hey! Who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? No thank you, Toko. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But
Figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro? And all the school's mysteries? It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? Wait, what? And she's just saying it out in the open like this? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. So you didn't get to talk to her, huh?
We're serious.
Sounds like you lack discipline. I lack discipline? Who is Miss Cleo anyway? No thank you, Toko. Oh, it's the same dialogue. Okay. Let's just go ahead and save again to be sure. Like, we might need to make a choice soon.
anyway,
I wonder why. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since killing the game began. Wow. Maybe I should just read everything wrong now. Are those 16 students?
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh?
But why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Oh, the mastermind is actually one of the students. Oh. Monokuma could probably murder Mukudo, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak Academy are the 16 students who have been taking part in this killing game. Then, the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukudo and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing here right now. Need I continue? Or do you get it now?
What?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say that for sure. We can't say that. Oh, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Oh, that's kinda true.
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. I mean, can't Makoto just accept that? The fact that it's a possibility?
This is a school announcement.
This is the first time it started with right?
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
And it's in bold letters?
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Oh, okay, that is interesting.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
Okay, now though, if we're considering that the mastermind is among us, we can't let anyone go off on their own, right?
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the doors.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. No thank you, Toko. He didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream, without the cream, or coffee. So we're just a cup? You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. Now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Aw, I would have expected she would take us. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. This is so sketchy. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? She probably doesn't even know where to start. I guess I'll do the same thing. Really?
But
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. Why would I have been dead? What? But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that will help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
And you're gonna leave me like this? Gonna leave me hanging? Oh, we can talk first. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That's true.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's why I have to prove I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. Oh, really now? Really now? I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. Then we can all escape together. Wow. I mean, I guess you have to admire his positivity, right? I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Yeah, his music though. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? Okay, I just had a thought. Remember in the trial where they mentioned, I think it was Hiro, where Hiro mentioned that he was hit in the back of the head with a pipe? That might be our answer. Hiro might actually be the mastermind. It would make sense, him playing dumb. And him being that old, yeah, it would definitely make sense. I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face in it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bullets. Oh man, here we go. So, the dojo, the bio lab, Toko's in the dojo, Hina's in the data center, Byakuya's in the headmaster's room. So basically, they're all split. I guess let's just go with the second floor of the dorms now. It's the nearest to us anyway, so the gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. So that's why Kyoko described it as that. I don't exactly remember, but I remember it was a bad image. Like she was basically describing a bad image. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Yeah, this is pretty spooky. Not gonna lie. What? That's drawn with blood, right? Why is there... Huh? And can't we look outside from here? Let's check the map. Headmaster's private room. This is where Kyoko is. Let's see. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko,
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Oh, a regret? Everything's over there, huh? That's definitely a secret room. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair? Probably not.
However,
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
whew,
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kirigiri failure. He just dissed her dad. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added. Let's talk to her first before we check the obvious hidden room. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So,
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like... a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it,
However,
but that's where I ended up getting stuck. Which is the regret I mentioned. Let's open it up then. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what password that might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this... Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she means by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure? ...
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay, what's with the passive aggressiveness, man? You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, no way. Oh man. Why are you using her name as the password? No, now you're gonna make us have mixed feelings, mixed emotions. No. Oh man. I hope Kyoko's fine. I hope like deep inside she's actually fine, please. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! She's not happy as expected. Oh no. ...
why?
Come on, Makoto, hug her. Do something. Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Oh, look at the picture behind her. Oh, we don't even know anything about the family. Like all we know is that after the mom died, he got into an argument with the grandfather or grandmother, right? And then he left the family. Oh man. The picture. Baby Kyoko is also cute. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I'm surprised that's what caught her attention. He was right. It was unusual, and she couldn't stop looking at it. No, not just looking. Glaring. No way, this is gonna be a gift to Kyoko. I can already see it. I'd better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. Oh man. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you will be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there? The headmaster's head.
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that will make me want to scream? Oh man, this is definitely gonna be the headmaster's head. Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. Oh, I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Oh man. I thought I told you not to scream. But yeah. This is probably the headmaster's head. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. This is tamer than I imagined. Skeleton. Bones. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Why did I say it like that? What? Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human... Excuse me? Human bones?
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. Yes, see, I was also thinking of his head. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones? That body? That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words,
that most likely, my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point, she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all the ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. But I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. I guess all of these details are important since we're trying to uncover the secret of the school. I feel like I shouldn't make pointless small talk right now. Maybe I should just look around a bit first. Let's start with the desk. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged. Rummaged? What the heck is rummaged? I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this... It's... an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, "In case of emergency." I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
in other words,
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what this is. I think you're probably right.
it would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? The last time this happened was the knife, and we got in trouble for holding on to the knife. Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? I wonder if there's like a order to doing this. Can we check this again, you think? What was in the box? It was wrapped up all nice, so I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think... What? We're gonna get this line for everything?
Hey,
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. Oh man. She's really digging into this, right? Like, why is she bad-mouthing her dad so much? May he rest in peace is what I would have to say. Wow. Let's see where this goes. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko! I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh... Yeah...
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now find something like this? So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was young. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again? And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto? Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor now? I wonder what this favor could be. Slap me now. Pull me back to
Hey.
reality. A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. No. No. Stay with her. Stay with her, Makoto. Don't allow this. No, I mean... yeah. I think it's fine to give her some space. This was her mission all along. To meet her dad. Meet her father. Talk to him face to face. Maybe now... it's more of face to skeleton, but at least she could do it, right? Kyoko. Don't worry. I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay. I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko. It must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. What? But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. But he was the one who planned this? What, like, is that also wrong? Which means the mastermind's true identity is... So it's one of us. Hiro, I'm coming for you. I know you're the mastermind. "15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead." Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me. Byakuya. Hiro. Kyoko. Hina. Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Can we go back in now? There's all kinds of stuff I want to talk to her about, but I'd better give her some more time. Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like she'd be the type to let this affect her investigation, so most likely it would still be fine. She'd be fine again. Hopefully. We can't say for sure. Makoto should definitely check on her, but yeah. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. That's a lot of things to look at. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. Is this gonna be the same for everything? I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, it's locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. Oh, that must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the lockers on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader, and then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. You have another handbook, Makoto. Wait, but... what about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Yeah. Okay, let's give it one more try. I don't think this locker's gonna open. What? Did I miss? Yeah, I think I missed. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Alright, just what I was hoping for. But doesn't that mean we're snooping on the headmaster's things again? Now let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Oh, maybe it just opens up everything, huh? Looks like the locker opened. Okay. Nope. Nope. This is kinda annoying. Oh, there we go. This thing is practically empty. Pretty annoying how we're gonna have to open all this up. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been very meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. Oh no. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. My theory about the amnesia thing. We were made to forget our school life. I was correct. Oh man. So we really were all students of Hope's Peak Academy at some point. We were all classmates, no, maybe not classmates, but we were all having fun together. And then we were selected. we were made, like, they made us forget everything that happened in school. All we remember is the start of, like, the admission. Going to school again for the first time. And then maybe not even going to school for the first time. That could have been a setup. Like, we were made to forget everything and made to go back to school again. And then this. And then this happened. Wow. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe. To keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster. And only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you will be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What is this? Despair walks among us and so we survive. What? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us and so we survive. There's a second despair. We're not gonna take this to Kyoko? Yeah, you know, let's just go ahead and open up everything just to be sure. But I doubt anything. There's gonna be more clues. So yeah, my theory might actually be correct. Oh, if that's the case, I wonder what that implies. He thought of us as the future of the world. Oh, there's things here. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Oh no, this is a crystal ball. We only know one person who would even think of owning a crystal ball. Hiro. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. I knew it. Yasuhiro Hagakure. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked up into this evil world. We never had a chance to take any classes. Bruh. The picture. Remember the picture. Onokuma said it wasn't fake. Now you're getting evidence that it wasn't fake. So, what is this notebook? Is this a deck of playing cards? No, tarot cards, probably. No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? No, this is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. We already saw his name. But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. And a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. I think Hiro's the mastermind. Unless Makoto is correct and the mastermind is actually none of us. You think we can talk to Kyoko again? Maybe? About the pocketbook? We can. But I feel like that's so important. Like, even to her. Oh man. So everything's roughed up. But the bathrooms are still perfectly fine. Really? This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. There. Just let someone else investigate it. There's probably like no way there's a clue on the floor somewhere, right? They haven't done that like this whole game, so... Now this dorm room looks exactly like our dorm room. So... I wonder who this belongs to. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. Surely there's a point to this room. I opened the door just a crack. Glanced inside and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. What was the point of this room then? Maybe we're gonna... Yeah, maybe we... gonna meet someone there later. That's the only explanation I can think of for now. And we go back to rock music. So yeah, the only locked rooms we haven't been to are in the 3rd and 4th floor. Let's go ahead and go to the 3rd floor. Yeah, I think I want to check the headmaster's room on Wednesday. Yup. Oh, I'm sorry to have to call it, but your owl is a busy owl. I am a busy shapeshifter. I have some academic duties to attend to. So, yup, I'm gonna have to end it here. But wow, this is really getting interesting. This basically proves that we've had a life in the school beforehand. Before this. So, yeah. Let's see where this goes. We're definitely gonna find out more as we continue our investigation. So, yep. That's gonna be it for me today. Thank you for watching. This has been a blast. This game is crazy, and I'm definitely gonna be playing a lot of this. I'm definitely finishing this before Christmas. Oh yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a nice rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.